And that's another problem with the thing I said earlier about semantics, right? You just literally used the whole social thing in taxes in the same sentence, but it's really what happens in every society, And you better be like, if you're like I was saying, if you come in there as I'm holy, I know what the right thing to do. You will fail flat on your face immediately.
You fail. You have to bring some humility to the group. This thing is more, there's a lot of psychology and human social interaction thing that is required to. At the end of the day, it's about people. So that, just like you've mentioned, marriages. Whenever a white person is trying to talk to me about or understand race, I take them to marriage, because you can't get it if I were to do black and white. You need, maybe if you're married, maybe you can get some analogies.
You made that clear on page 204. The black and white. You made that clear, but go ahead, bro.
You have to, like an older Nigerian man told me recently. He said, it's like me saying that I understand what a woman goes through when she gives birth to a baby. I may understand it from afar, but I don't understand it.
You don't
have some humility that you're not the woman. You can never fully understand.
You don't have experience.
You don't.
And context. You don't.
You don't. So when you're colliding with a different group of people, that the issue has to impact human lives, you have to be humble enough to understand how they function. That's why the host of my book launch that's happening, today it's happening next week, but maybe when this video goes out, it'll be happening today, maybe right now as we're speaking.
Yes.
He asked the question once on her show in Lagos that who will get the bill if if some guys and girls go out for dinner?
Yes.
The answer is different in Nigeria versus in the UK or the US.
Yes.
It's different. In Nigeria, the guys will always pay by default. Always.
Yes.
In the UK and the US, there'll be English about how they're going to split the bill, all that nonsense. Now, it doesn't matter how much you educate. No, educate is wrong. How much you challenge a guy in Nigeria about this thing, if you're so-called woke, they will never accept your position, because culturally, they're going to cover your bill. It's just, and if you cover the bill, it doesn't mean that if the girl covers the bill, or if the girls cover the bill, it will never change the guy's perspective on this issue. So drop it. It's a cultural thing. Understand that guys just have to believe that they have to do this stuff because they like doing it. And leave it at that. But to challenge it, to say, you want to make them change their posture, you waste your time.
Yes.
Complete waste of time.
And more so, you could be right all you want. You're still the loser. If you bring that type of attitude, either we're talking about into trying to lead a society of people, keep in mind people, right? Or you bring it into marriage, or you bring it to dealing with women as in dating,
guys,
right?
Yeah.
You bring that idea that I'm right, so it must be I win. No, you're a loser, especially with that mindset.
Yep.
Let's just keep it real, straight up, right?
You're right.
You're losing more so because you subscribed into a relationship with this other entity, but you're failing to lead. Like if you say, I want to live in a cave, I don't want to deal with women, you'll be right. All you want, you won.
Yeah, but once you mix with another human being who was okay before you met her, then you have to realize that you need to make some changes. Otherwise, you're just going to frustrate your life out, because half of the time, or more than half of the time, it's not that the other person is wrong. It's just that they're different.
They're different.
And until you can humbly accept that both of you are right in different circumstances, you have not even started the journey of reconciliation to get to a point where you have a sensible marriage.
Yeah, I just make it irrelevant. Oh, but it's wrong. That's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant.
But I'm right. Irrelevant. Good job.
It's true. Yeah, it's
good job. Now, let's go into marriage, right? People just don't stumble into, I'm going to start counseling marriage. What happened? How did we get to a place where, because again, context, you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you're coming from a very wise, a very smart person, that usually means there's a massive blind spot behind you, right? And you enter marriage, you're like, I figured it out, right? And You know, you got married in 2016 years now?
2006. Yeah, 2006.
2006. I got married in a year after, literally. I was at your wedding. You were at my wedding.
With your jeans on.
Good times. Good time. Oh, I had jeans on your wedding?
Yeah.
There's
a picture I'm going to send you. I'll send you a picture.
Send me a picture, and if it's not too difficult, send me a video. I would like to see myself. That's weird. I had jeans on at your wedding.
I think you landed that day. I think. Yeah.
I did what?
I think you landed in London that day.
On the day of your wedding? Yes.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of those trips I made. I made some trips. You see, I had ridiculous amount of money that I had not seen ever at that point in time.
So
I could decide I'm traveling. I just had to spend it, exactly.
And you're single.
And I was single. You get it, exactly. This was 2006. For those of you that know my story, you know what 2006 represents, right? But yeah, so I got married it's been a minute, right? And I know. So I want to ask you, where did this epiphany come from? How did you stumble into marriage counseling?
When I left university, so myself and my wife were helping out with our church's campus ministry at a university called Queen Mary University in East London. So we were like the big brother and sister with another couple who are actually pastors of our church today. So we were kind of helping the students because we only just graduated. So if someone shows up as a first year student, we just help made life a lot less crazy for a university student, right? Mm-hmm. Then Lehman happened, and as in the blow up, and then I had to basically leave most of that behind to be doing the work in Nigeria.
Right.
So I again built a new set of networks in Nigeria and helping some people who are younger than me who are just coming into the workforce, helping to train. I did this ridiculous example, CFA. I helped other people in Nigeria with it as well. So that started helping me to build bonds and friendships. And now by this time I'm married, right? Mm-hmm. And then you had these young single people who initially the conversations were around, let me help you professionally, and maybe there was some theology of faith stuff.
Right.
But gradually, these kids started hanging out, and some of them became friends, and some of them started dating, and some then courting. And the blow up started, right? As you can expect. So I can't do it by myself because it's a two-way thing. So Tosin and me got involved. Mm-hmm. Now, over time, those people got married.
Wait, it's kind of interesting that you said you couldn't do it by yourself because it's a two-way thing. A lot of people don't understand that.
Because I only see one side. I can try my best to say I can understand the female side, but you can't. There's some things that a woman will see, and I can regurgitate what Tosin will say about the situation now. Mm-hmm. I can say that, but if they ask one more question that requires a different thinking, I can give you the guy view, but I don't know exactly what Tosin will say, and sometimes it comes from a different angle. So it's better to have the two sides, you know. Right. So that's how both of us started counseling some of these younger friends of ours who walked into marriage. And the biggest reason these conversations started was they did not want a conversation with a much older Nigerian couple who would go with culture first and tradition than just be straight. Also, if they had picked up a conversation with a counselor in the West, a Caucasian white person, they just will miss the culture. Right. So they needed someone who could mix the two together. And fortunately or unfortunately, we were the people that they were close to. And we don't basically put faith first in a conversation about
marriage. Faith or culture.
Yeah, you're going to mess the conversation up. It's best to talk real. And gradually, if faith can apply to you,
if it's applicable.